2000 Q&A special, because you probably noticed 4 days ago I reached 2,000 subscribers, and I put out a Q&A post for this. I scheduled it, and let's just say not that much people requested any questions, but at least there was some questions, which is good. So I have my list here. You can't see it yet because it's a mystery what is going to be said. And of course there's a plane flying behind me, which, yeah, that plane has been like flying around low. Okay, we will get right into the Q&A. First question, Xander Alvarez. What was your first white body flight? My first white body flight was on a Delta Airlines Airbus A330-300 from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson to Paris Charles de Gaulle. It was a red-eye flight from March 23rd to the 24th, 2025, and I did not have the window seat. Wait, I think that was my first ever flight where I didn't have the window seat. Yeah, but yeah, there was leg room. Like, I could I have like less leg room because this table. You know what, actually, this is about the leg room, but anyways, it was on November 825, November Whiskey. It literally listed it on the screen, and yeah, flew there overnight. But that was my first ever white body flight. Thank you, Xander Alvarez. Next question, from Pan Am 747 Aviation. Why do you always upload flight radar finds? I always upload flight radar finds because, well, that's a good question. Because you probably already know that I like Flight Radar 24, but because what? Ignore that. That was just a bee on my leg. I think that was Barry B. Benson again. But why did I upload Flight Radar? You know what? I'm gonna stop getting distracted. Flight Radar finds because I like Flight Radar finds because I like alerting you guys about, like, if there's emergencies. Well, I used to upload more about radio failures, but I don't anymore. Hijackings, but I just like alerting you guys about it, and of course because I like well, I know this isn't one of the questions, but like, because in case if the plane gets into an incident, then we'll see that I like saw it before it got into the incident and like its flight path. Not I've only seen like a few incidents where it's Azerbaijan flight 8243, but why I like uploading them, because I like alerting you guys, and so we see the flight path from that. That was a very good question. Next, what's your favorite plane? My favorite plane in general would be the Boeing 747 SP. I've actually got to go into one, not flying, but just like a tour at EAA. And yeah, in the line, there were like these F-15s, like, but the 747 SP, I like the mini 747 because it's cute, kind of. I like the 747 because the hump it has, and it saved a lot of time. One of the best, my favorite aircraft right now. 4 engines. Well, I don't know about Citizen Field, but it's a legendary aircraft. Sadly, the last one made was 3 years ago. But yeah. 747 SP. NASA recently retired theirs. But yeah. What's my favorite helicopter? My favorite helicopter. Okay. Favorite helicopter would probably be the What's your favorite helicopter? My favorite helicopter would be the Sikorsky Blackhawk. I've got to be in the cockpit of one, not flying at the moment. Well, it wasn't at an air show, it was more like a fly-in. I just like the Blackhawks, especially the Army ones. There is 2 Air National Guard bases south of me that fly them like around here. West Bend and Madison. I don't know about Volk Field or Fort McCoy, but the Blackhawk overall. I know you might think that's the basic one. Blackhawks, they can be used for Army, firefighting, rescue, much more. Coast Guard. What's the best cargo airline and why? Now, this is an opinion, but what's up, Babyfax Feeder? Sorry. And no, I'm not saying that's my favorite cargo airline, no. Okay, Goody's gone. What's the best cargo airline? Well, yeah, it's hard to say. Why is Barry B. Benson like obsessed with it? Anyways, I don't want to make some people mad because, yeah, you know. This is hard. The best cargo airline? The UPS. Sadly, we retired the MD-11s recently. UPS crash shouldn't have happened. They should have went on a different plane, and that one was under maintenance. You're supposed to fix it. After I talk about that, is the DC-10 a good plane? Well, even though the DC-10 has been through, GoJet just a little bit, but is the DC-10 a good plane? They have been through a lot of incidents. Well, people say it's a death chamber. I'd say they call it the Whisper. Is it Whisper Jet or Whisper? The L-1011. Oh wait. The L-1011 and the sometimes some say Whisper Jet. Well, anyways, they think that the 727 is the most fatal with incidents. Even though, yeah, the DC-10 has been through a lot of incidents, but overall, the DC-10 is still a good plane, though it is loud when it takes off. but the Concorde's a better plane and still like more louder. But DC-10 overall, yeah, it's a good plane. Now they just use it as firefighting. There are some cargo airlines and like other airlines that like charters or lease, Fly Orbis, or there's one in Bolivia that operates MD-10s. But anyways, yeah, it's a good plane. What's your favorite Wisconsin airport? My favorite Wisconsin airport? Well, even though there are multiple others for other reasons, in general, overall, probably Appleton International Airport, not too busy, has good routes, has a lot of like good stuff, has a lot of greenery, which I'm looking at greenery, has destinations and it takes you to larger airports that if you want to go internationally, then you won't have to go through TSA like at O'Hare or Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, or wherever. But if you want to like go somewhere like warm internationally, I recommend Appleton Airport because it's not that busy. Well, we do pre-check, which is quicker. Appleton is a good airport for plane spotting, and you get to see NFL sport charters for Green Bay Packers. Now, if you were talking about plane spotting, Milwaukee Airport, but Appleton Airport takes a lot of these. Also, my favorite airport to fly out of, and you don't have to walk that much. But yeah, if you could buy any airline, what would it be? Well, I don't know if you sound like retired or current, but because the thing is, if I buy an airline active right now, then it might go bankrupt. You know, this is pretend. So if I could buy an airline, well, the thing is, it's hard. This is hard. If we were talking about airlines that were like ever existed, I would have to buy Northwest Airlines. I would save them from tiring. Then you'd have the 747s, DC-9s, DC-10s. You'd have the 727s, 737s, 707s. Well, they didn't have 707s. 2010. But airlines that still exist. Actually, I'll buy United. United Airlines. Wide bodies. Small planes. They have a lot of things. What airline would you want to bring back the MD-11? What airline? Delta Airlines would bring back the MD-11, honestly. What retired aircraft would you bring back? Concorde. It's obvious. Rest in peace, Concorde. 18 out of 20 are alive today. No one's not alive are FB, and we know it's the one that got in the crash, and they scrapped one maybe after like landing gear incident, I don't know. The Concorde, legendary Concorde, saved a lot of time, people complained over sonic booms, but overall, legendary aircraft. And it says retired. If it said destroyed, it's not to fly. What plane would be the best for aerial firefighting? Honestly, I'd say the Boeing 747 because they'd be able to store a lot of fire retardant to put out fires. I know that the C-130s do, DC-10s, some 300s and that, but they don't carry that much. 747 super tanker would put out more fires, more acres. So I'm going with the 747. And yeah, that's the whole Q&A. Thank you so much, guys, for 2,000 subscribers. Maybe we might make another Q&A at 2,500.